Morning, everybody. Today is May 5th, and this is your reading lesson. You'll react to the post with a smiley face, go under the assignments tab, and find the assignments listed for reading lesson 5-5. Make sure to watch my YouTube link to follow along with the lesson. Complete the conclusions worksheet at the end of this PowerPoint. Complete a study island activity, and work on that IXL diagnostic until you're pinpointed. So, like I said, don't forget to react to the post. You'll make sure that you'll watch the video links. Within this link is another YouTube video that we'll watch about drawing conclusions. You'll go to Study Island. The activity you're going to complete today is questions and conclusions. And then you'll complete slide number 8 and you'll hit that submit button at the end. All right, so today we'll work on drawing conclusions. We'll watch a short video on it, practice the skills in Study Island, and we'll reread the story so we can complete the conclusions map at the end. So our goal for today is I can understand how to draw conclusions about the events of a story. Now, dear Mr. Winston, it seems like everybody is enjoying this story, which I love. I want to make sure that you guys understand that today you are going to reread the story. All right, and that way you can work on your skills of drawing conclusions based on text details. So drawing conclusions, it means that you are going to figure out a story's details by things that aren't stated in the text, right? So I think I've brought up this example before. If in a story it says a little girl grabbed an umbrella, she put on her rain boots and her rain jacket and left the house for the day. Well, based on her actions or the text details, I want to assume that the weather's not so nice, it's raining outside because of what she's putting on for the day. If somebody says, oh, I packed my bag, I remembered my sunscreen and a towel and my flip-flops, you're going to assume that somebody might be going to the beach or they might be going swimming somewhere. Okay, that's how you're drawing conclusions. You're making sure that you're taking the details from the story and you're trying to figure it out. You're taking a guess, right? So drawing conclusions and making generalizations is important because it helps you're the reader, understand the text meaning a little bit better. All right, so we're going to use different strategies to help draw conclusions. All right, and again, drawing conclusions, it means to figure out story details that are not stated in the text. So what's a conclusion? We talked about this yesterday. A conclusion is a judgment or a decision that you form over a period of thoughts and inferences that happen in a story. All right, so you take what the text says, you use the information that you already know, and then you come up with a conclusion about it. So if the character in a story grabbed a bag, packed a lunch, grabbed a bag, grabbed a towel and some sunscreen and sunglasses, I'm going to say, okay, well, sunscreen means it's summer. A towel, well, usually if you're bringing a lunch and a towel somewhere with sunscreen and sunglasses, well, she's probably going to the beach for the day. Okay, so I'm using what I know plus what the text says, and I'm trying to come up with an idea about what I think is going to happen. All right, so here's an example. So details from the story. Mrs. Brown sees a moose near her home. The milkman and Mr. Rabbit see Cardigan Moose smelling Mrs. Brown's pie. Now, this story should sound very familiar to you guys. Then Mrs. Brown calls the police because her pie disappears. So now the details. We see the moose smelling the pie, and then the pie disappears. So what does everybody think? Well, everybody believes that Cardigan is guilty of stealing the pie, right? So we use those details from the story, and we came up with a conclusion. Now, does the conclusion always have to be right? Not necessarily. Because as the story develops, more details happen and you might draw more conclusions. All right, so we're going to watch this YouTube video super quick.
When you read, you are always drawing conclusions. A conclusion is a decision or judgment you reach after all the facts and details have been considered. What you see here is a nice park with lots of people having fun. But this man and his daughter look like they're leaving. Why? If you look at the scene a little closer, maybe you can figure it out. What details help you figure out why they are leaving the park? What conclusion can you draw about what's happening here? Think about the details you see. You may have also used some of your prior knowledge, or what you already know, to figure out what was going on. Being able to draw conclusions helps you understand what happens in a story. Looks like everyone else at the park needs to draw the conclusion that they may get caught in a rainstorm.
All right, so let's go back. Now that we watched that, you are going to reread your story on your things to do list in Think Central. Okay, complete slide number 8, and you'll turn this in. So this is slide number 8, and it says, Kara seems to be finding fault with Mr. Winston's actions. Well, I want you to find me 2 pieces of evidence that supports that conclusion. Okay, you are going to fill that in. Then when you're done, you'll click the Study Island link, make sure to log in, and you'll complete the activity called Questions and Conclusions 555, which is today's date, and you'll complete it as many times as you need until you reach 75%. If you have any questions, please make sure to post them on the reading board, and I am here to help. Talk to you guys soon.